Hello, everyone. My name is Gevorg Shaginian. I'm a graduate student at the University of San Francisco, as well as a registered nurse. So, this presentation is going to be a policy brief on the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. So, let's dive right into it. While tobacco companies have been allowed to act as sponsors and advertise their products openly in all marketable mediums throughout United States history, a rise in national public health awareness campaigns, such as Healthy People, have promoted healthy lifestyle changes in recent years. So, what's the issue on hand? So, on June 22nd, 2009, President Barack Obama signed into law the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. Now, this permitted the FDA to one, impose new warnings and labels on tobacco containing products, and two, restrict tobacco marketing and sales to youth. In addition, the act also placed provisions on the sale of packages of fewer than 20 cigarettes, tobacco branded sponsorships of sports and entertainment events or other social events, as well as free giveaways of samples of cigarettes and brand name non tobacco promotional items. Now, there are ethical, social, economic, and political concerns surrounding the act. The Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act initially granted the FDA authority to regulate the safety of food, drugs, and cosmetics. In 1999, a case between the FDA, Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation case ruled that Congress did not actually give the FDA jurisdiction to regulate tobacco products since they were not considered drugs or devices. Now, Congress and the FDA long argued that there were ethical concerns with the definition of the term drug and device in affiliation to tobacco products. So the term drug was defined by its addictive properties in this case, and the device for the addiction is the method of tobacco use. Now, in 2009, Congress moved to restore the FDA's regulatory powers by way of introducing the act that we're talking about, the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. Political and economic outcry from tobacco industry leaders, including R.J. Reynolds, Tobacco Co., Commonwealth Brands, and Lori Lord Inc., ensued. However, all the tobacco companies challenged that the ruling with the claim that it was unconstitutionally violating the use of their First Amendment regarding free speech and advertising claims. Now, consenting the FDA to set standards by way of regulating tobacco products and their ingredient levels, tobacco companies are now monitored more than ever to manufacture products at the highest quality level. Now, this means every 2 years, tobacco company owners and their operators are required to register and open their facilities for inspection from FDA officials. So, so let's move on to the next slide, which is going to be so now we're going to be talking about the proposed alternatives. So, opposing tobacco use, obviously, by promoting smoking cessation by way of upholding current FDA regulations on the tobacco industry. So, specifically, what does that mean? That means raising the prices on tobacco products such as cigarettes. So, in recent years, another popular tobacco item has been on the rise, which is e-cigarettes, and that has been very popular with young adults. So, increasing, prices on e-cigarettes like Juuls will ultimately cause, the youth to promote smoking cessation. Now, another alternative is school-based anti-tobacco education programs, media campaigns, and community interventions. Now, by media campaigns, we mean, having these celebrities, that are so intertwined in our pop culture today, actually come out and say, hey, smoking is bad for you. It can cause, so and so. So I think that these people they carry a heavy weight on, the youth's decision making. And I think that, this alternative is critical to, getting across and breaking those barriers. Now, the last alternative is the DARE program, which is the Drug Abuse Resistant Education Program. Now, I don't want to age myself or date myself, but this was a critical program, when I was in high school. So, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of these alternatives? Obviously, advantage is promoting youth smoking cessation and discouraging use of tobacco products. Now, DARE enables their students to build social skills and enhance their self-esteem, which are linked to adolescent drug use. Now, the disadvantages are that the FDA is not able to prohibit consumers from buying, their desired products. They're going to do what they want to do. So another one would be the unwillingness of participants, the lack of perceived benefits, and the difficulties of coordinating programs with organizational initiatives. So, what are some of the rationales to implementing these alternatives? The first rationale is that, according to a research study by Lance et al., programs that embrace a social influence model tend to be more effective, especially when enhanced by extensive community based health education programs. The next one would be, by implementing teachings at an earlier age, students may be more receptive and prepared to handle social influences and peer norms that come along with tobacco use, in addition to short and long term physiologic consequences. So, the earlier we teach these students, the better they're prepared to handle these situations, so, yeah, so that's pretty much the presentation, and thank you so much for listening.